little update on something that we have been tracking, which is the fall off in news consumption of all sorts, but especially mainstream news consumption. These numbers are pretty extraordinary. Let's go ahead and put this up on the screens from Axios, our friend Sarah Fisher over there, as well as Neil Rothschild. Change in news engagement from the first half of 2021 to the first half of 2022. The first number is stunning. Social media interactions with news articles are down 50%, dropped by half. Cable news primetime viewers down about 20%. News media app sessions down 16%. Who uses news media apps anyway? Unique visits to top 5 news sites down 18%. So basically, by every metric, people are engaging less with news. I mean, first of all, I think it's just depressing. The news is extremely depressing. War, inflation, societal decline, all of that. I'm sure feels better to just kind of tune it down and bury your head in the sand and live your life is one thing. But I mean, also this tracks with the continued decline in trust of any of these news organizations. So it's like, even if you want to ultimately get informed, you don't necessarily feel like in the cable news prime time you're going to get what you need in order to be informed.
Of course, absolutely. So the social media interaction being down 50%, cable down 19%, the news media and the unique visits to all those sites. Just so people know, we're actually doing better than ever here. I actually just checked our data. And I just think it, again, testifies to, if you're going to focus on shit that people don't care about, not only don't care about, but are trying to force them to care about in lieu of very specific, concrete, hard problems in their lives, they're going to tune you out. Trump was a benefactor because he was such a spectacle that cable and others could draw you in because some people just couldn't look away. With Biden, that's gone. Now you actually really have to fight to figure out not even what people care about. What is the problem in your life? And when you do more packages, that's a cable, word, on January 6th and all of that, than you do on inflation, you're a joke of a news company. Like, name another news organization outside of Fox, which is only doing it to dunk on Biden, that is talking as much as we do here about housing, inflation, and systemic problems. Do we do fun segments? Yeah, for fun. But their fun segments are their whole shows.
Yeah.
They don't really focus on anything. So it's not a surprise to me.
And their fun segments are not very fun. That's
their fun segments aren't so fun.
It's not even entertaining.
Yeah, they don't even have fun.
That's the other issue.
They don't have fun over there. They all hate each other. They're all trying to get the primetime slot. And then even once you get there, they're pissed off for some reason.
Very dog eat dog. Yeah. I mean, that is one thing that is so much better in the digital media realm, is it is much less of a zero-sum game.
Yes.
It really is additive and a much better environment in that way. It's funny. I was actually reading New York Times has a new breakdown of how much voter apathy there is and how much voter disgust there is and distrust in our democracy and feeling like our institutions are failing and all of that. They interviewed this woman who they tried to make sound like a crank. She's Jacqueline Beck Manheimer. She's an independent who's voted for third-party candidates. They say that this is their quote. She said her news diet consisted of YouTube shows that presented stories they claim the mainstream media is ignoring, including the channel of Russell Brand, an actor who has become a prominent purveyor of coronavirus conspiracy theories. So that's the way they present it. And then they go on to explain what her views are, and she has the most accurate view of American politics that you can imagine. She says she's upset about the Supreme Court's rollback of abortion rights, members of Congress who took corporate campaign contributions and increased the size of the defense budget, profits that pharma companies make in selling coronavirus vaccines to the federal government. She says the government's problem would be easier to solve if the news media were not invested in sowing division among Americans. Quote, "It's the media who stokes the culture war. It's all a provocation to distract us from what's really going on. And what's really going on is nothing but big businesses and their money." So sounds to me like the YouTube diet is working out for her, because that seems like a pretty accurate assessment.
Yeah, show me the lie, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the view of the world that you are not going to get in any of those mainstream sources. So there's a reason why people are tuning them out, because they're completely inadequate to actually explain the root causes of what is going on right now, the reasons we have this societal decline, the real, bedrock reasons we have inflation, how both parties got us into this place. And so they have nothing to offer that is actually relevant to people's lives right now.
Very true.
All right, guys, more for y'all later. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.